Alrighty. We are back. I'm a little bit loud, I think. Turn that down a little bit. This one. Is it working? Okay, hello. God. I'm gonna preface this stream by saying I'm not feeling very well. I have the worst case of the man flu, like, I've ever had. So we're gonna struggle our way through this, but yeah, we've got some interesting lineups from the two teams. Ours is more interesting than theirs, which I'll go over in a little bit here. The last time we welcomed Ajax to the bridge, it was an absolute barn burner, that 4-4 classic one with the Reece James belter in it. So hopefully we can have a similar game. Hi guys, I see you guys are in the chat. Let me pop the chat out because it doesn't do it automatically still for some reason. Feeling confident? I am too, and that'll be evident when I show my score prediction. Wish Reece Steinby does need a break. Yeah, there's been a lot of players that have been rested. Obviously, there's some forced changes due to some injury and suspension things. There's some interesting players on the bench, which I will highlight in a second here too. What am I doing? I've already forgotten what I'm doing. We need this. Yeah, okay, wait, hold on. This is our game for today. Well, bang. I hope that's actually worked because it didn't work last time. That's our game for the day. Well, bang. We can bring our other stuff on at some other point soon. I still need to figure out a way of getting everything to work better. Moy needs a break. Yeah, he definitely does, but he's so important. Like, it's one of those things where he can't. We don't really have anyone there. I guarantee, by the way, he wasn't supposed to play in this game. It's been reported that Malo Gusto is ill. I imagine he was probably supposed to play instead. So that's probably why that's happened. Let's move into this screen. I think it's the right screen. Yes, and we can see the two lineups of the two teams. Let's talk about the Ajax team first. Pretty standard 4-3-3, the classic old Dutch 4-3-3 for them. There's some interesting names in terms of names that you'd probably recognise. Well, Weghorst, of course, the big striker. They have Josip Sutalo in the back line alongside Ko Itakura, who's an ex Borussia Mönchengladbach centre-back. They've got Bas and Rosa as the two full-backs, and then McConnell, who's an English player as well, someone to point out. The weird one for me, obviously they've also got David Klaassen on the bench, who everyone knows. The weird one for me is the goalkeeper. They've dropped their main goalkeeper in instead for the 41-year-old Pasveer, which will be interesting. Let's hopefully put our shots low, see if it's test the old man bones and the old man reactions to get down there. The more interesting thing though is the Chelsea starting 11. We have Jurgensen in there. The two fullbacks are Hato and Caicedo. Two centre backs obviously being Fofana and Tosin. We have Lavia Enzo as the two deeper midfielders. Then the front four, as it were, because this is a 4-2-3-1, is Esteval, Buonanotte, Gittins, and Mark Guiu starting a game, which is really, really happy. Also, can we just give a shout out to the graphical team, because this is beautiful with the two stars in there. Oh, gorgeous. Caicedo in the background. On the bench, interesting ones for me. They've got Max Merrick on the bench. He's probably not touching the pitch, let's be honest. We have obviously Josh and James on there, as long as alongside Trevor. Cuckoo's on the bench. I hope he doesn't play. Honestly, I really want him to get a rest. The newly 17-year-old Reggie Walsh is on the bench, but don't worry, we do have a 16-year-old on the bench because we have Ryan Kavuma McQueen, who, again, probably isn't touching the bench considering there's 3 other wingers on the bench. He's probably not touching the pitch, rather. But good to see him on there. We saw a nice little video a moment ago that was going on Twitter of him and Reggie kind of taking in the atmosphere at the bridge. So yeah, I don't expect either of those two to get off the bench. Maybe Walsh does at some point if maybe Lavia gets injured or something. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But the team is odd because of the way it's set up. But we can kind of talk about the team and how it's going to move around, because this is pretty simple in my opinion. It's going to a back 3. Buonanotte is going to move over. Esteval's going wide right. Enzo's going into this kind of half 10. Lavia's moving over here. Caicedo's going into the middle, and then we're playing a back 3. This is really, really balanced, and I love this formation specifically because of what it allows us to do. It allows us to get Gittins and Esteval really wide and be able to, stretch the play. It allows us to get Enzo and Buonanotte kind of playing. Hang on, let me get the pen out for this. It allows them to kind of play inwards and kind of get those balls going through to Guiu, which is nice. Obviously, he's a nice direct runner, so we can see that. Obviously, we get the base of Lavia and Caicedo, which is really nice, and then we obviously get Hato on his left, Fofana on his right, and Tosin in the centre, where he can spear those passes through the middle, which we absolutely love seeing him do. Interesting one. We obviously have Jurgensen on the in net. Don't think that's going to make much of a difference. I don't really foresee Ajax making too much of an impression on our defence, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe they can. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go into this screen. Hopefully it's working. Cool. And we can see the bingo card. We've got about 5 minutes until kickoff. And yes, I am doing all right. I hope you are doing all right as well. I say I'm doing all right. I'm a little bit ill, as you could probably hear. I'm a bit nasally, but apart from that. So for the bingo, we have a worldie. We have an Esteval brace. I'm putting my neck out here. I'm thinking it's Esteval brace. We've forgot the timer as always. Gittins goal/assist. We have over 2 Argentinians. This will obviously happen if Garnacho gets off the bench at some point. We have Mono changes his mind on the decision. Hato versus Old Club. We can already tick that off because he's in the starting 11. We have a red card. We have Mono's comms curse. Now, this has been happening frequently where I keep saying, like, oh, this player's having a good game, and then something really bad happens to them. So we're going to have that on there. We have a clean sheet. We have me rap godding on comms. We have Maresca ball in full float because he is back on the touchline now. The free space. I'm probably going to use the free space for a fight breaks out. I wanted to put that on here and I forgot to. We have a Weghorst goal. We have me being angry at the refs. We have correct prediction, which I've gone for 4-1. I feel like this is going to be a really high-scoring game, but as I kind of alluded to earlier, I think that Weghorst is probably going to get a goal. This is my prediction: is that they're going to get a set piece. Jurgensen's going to try and claim a high ball. He's not very good at doing it. Wout Weghorst's going to beat him in the air to the ball, and he's going to score a header. That's my prediction for that. We have Steve, player of the match. We have a wonder save, which is again very ironic. Giu app, that's already off. 3 points. That's for a win. Unlikely goal scorer. One, not a problem. This is just for if he has a very good game, because I think he will do. Fullback goal. This is an interesting one. I'm not sure what we're going to class as a fullback goal here, because we don't really have any fullbacks playing, but I guess if Caicedo or Hato scores, or if one of their fullbacks score, we're going to take this. We have a set-piece goal, and then Caicedo, enemy number 1, as ever. Lovely. Why am I not doing the Feeling Blue segment video? Feeling Blue. I've forgotten. Am I stupid? I genuinely have forgotten what Feeling Blue actually even is. What is Feeling Blue? What is that? Also, my panel isn't opening. I generally forget what that is now. Because I've rebranded everything. Which one was that? That's the grayscale. Oh, the grayscale. I don't do the grayscale really because like there's no real point because I react to the games in real time now. I kind of give my opinions on things. I do sometimes do them again as we're kind of phasing out this last section of the month before I go on my break. I'm basically kind of again just phasing out all of that content in general. Literally the last video we're going to be doing on the channel is going to be probably on the last day of October, maybe a couple of days before, because I'm going to preview the Tottenham game, and that's going to be like our big hurrah, let's say, before I leave. Because it's a little bit of a full circle moment there with the Tottenham link, and I'm going to talk about that during the video, but yeah, that's kind of the vibe there. And then we're going to be coming back in a month or two, probably 2, with a renewed sense of vigour, in a way. Let us go into... I am on the watch-along screen already, am I not? Yes, I am. Okay. 2 minutes until kickoff. I need to actually get my thing up. Okay, they are going through the lineups now. It's very loud. Excuse me. So I said I'm going to be doing my best to do commentary, but yeah, like, you know, I am a little bit ill. Interestingly, on the TNT Sports graphic, they've put Esteval as the cam rather than the right winger. I don't think it's going to stay like that in game, if I'm being honest, but that's the way they've put it. Who's Merrick? Merrick is one of our youth goalkeepers. Max Merrick. Reece and Reece. It's really interesting seeing the players when like who they sit next to on the bench. Reece is sitting next to Garnacho and Sanchez. Hope we improve on goalkeeper in January. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I don't think that. I think we've got a kind of a long-term plan for goalkeeper, and it's that we're going to stay with Rob as our number one until Penders comes back, and we're going to strap a rocket to Mike Penders. I think that's kind of the thought there. I've actually this is spoilers for Esteval's evolution if you remember and you watch that series. Um, I may have put an evolution on Mike Penders, and I'm currently using him in my team. Very fun. Um, yeah, so the team for Ajax is pretty much the same as what we kind of expected there as well. Nothing's changed. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as I kind of expected. They've got John Heitinger as their coach, by the way. I would be very shocked if this goalkeeper, if they, like has like a really good performance. But knowing our luck with like reserve goalkeepers and stuff, I reckon he's gonna have a really good game. Okay, we're kicking off. I forgot the timer. Well, we can tick that off the thing eventually. There we go. Um, I always, man, one of these days I'm gonna get good at not forgetting this. We'll change it we'll update it at 1 minute. Um, so the Ajax are going from right to left. We have got the ball back immediately. Here's Tosin on the ball. And yeah, as we expected, Caicedo's inverted into the midfield already. We're in a back three. Esteval is wide right, and here he is on the ball right now. Fofana playing on the right of the three, which is nice to see. Here's Yoel Hatto. Former Ajax captain, of course. Here's Fofana again. Hopefully that's worked. Yeah, okay. The timer is on now. Here's Esteval. Across the pitch to Yoel Hatto again. Enzo is playing a little bit wide at the moment, which is interesting. Don't know how long that's going to last. The Chelsea team already got our centre backs up to the halfway line here, so we're going to be putting on the pressure. Here's Lavia. Good interplay between him and Hatto. We'll see the ball go to Tosin. Here's Hatto again. Nice pass up to Jamie Gittins, who has been improved in recent games, and he will take on his man here. Getting down the left-hand side. Whips the ball into the box. Cleared. Weghorst will hold the ball up, and the winger is subsequently blocked off by Hatto, and there will be a free kick for Ajax here. He knows what he's doing there. That free kick will go backwards. Here's Sutalo. Good work from Wesley Fofana high up the pitch to win the ball. We'll go out for an Ajax throw. And is absolutely hammering it down at the bridge, by the way. Really slick surface on the pitch. Oh, Raul has just done really, really well to get past Hatto. We'll get back at him though. He's beaten him a second time. He has been fouled by Jamie Gittins there. The referee says nothing. Here's Buonanotte. Enzo across to Esteval. His pass is a little bit lazy there, Enzo, honestly. Doesn't reach to him. We had a chance to break there. That's unfortunate. Here's Sutalo again. Back to the goalkeeper. Long ball from him, and Fofana will win that. It's a foul on Taylor from Enzo. Now they're going to take that free kick quickly and go up the other end. Little bit of pressure needed here from Chelsea. We're letting them have the ball a bit too much here. It's back to Sutalo. I think that's actually Shootalo, by the way. I'm mispronouncing that, I know. Here he is again. Again, there's not much of a press here from Chelsea, which is a bit bizarre. We're used to seeing, you know, the likes of Mark Guiu kind of running up the pitch, trying to disturb them. We're not doing that so far. Here's Itakura. Okay, now the press is coming in. All the way back to the goalkeeper. They are not making very many inroads despite having a lot of the ball, though. High press from Caicedo will allow them to try and play the ball forward. But it's blocked twice by Enzo. Good work from him in the midfield. High foot from Enzo there, I think, has been ruled a free kick. Just over the halfway line. Oh no, it's actually it was an accidental handball. That they've called that for. Here's Shutalo. Driving through the middle. We'll play it to his partner, Itakura. We'll go back to the keeper once again. I'm really surprised that we're not pressing the goalkeeper, considering he's, you know, not the number one and he's, you know, getting up there in age. Lovely little Trivela pass through the middle to get through to Taylor, but Wesley Fofana will sweep it up very easily. Good to see him back in the team, honestly. Jurgensen to Tosin. Here's Caicedo. Now Lavia. Yeah, good comms from the back line. Here's Hato. Lovely direct ball from him into Lavia, who tries to get the ball through to Guiu under pressure, but it's fallen for the keeper. It's a good ball forward here for the number 10, Oscar. He's got Lavia next to him, who's doing a good job of holding him up. He does get the ball into the box, though. And it was a good block from Enzo to stop the shot from the number 11 going through. It's a good little break from them. A little panicky defending, but it's good defending, I will say. Here's Caicedo. Here's Tosin. They are playing very, very deep, and we are not moving the ball particularly quickly. Here's Jamie Gittins to Buonanotte. Fofana. Out wide to Esteval. Let's see if he can inject some pace into the game so far. There has been very little of it. Here's Enzo. Oh, Guiu made a really good run there. Wasn't reached, but Enzo will spear the ball out for Gittins. What? Oh, he's offside. I thought they called that for a handball. He did a really lovely little, like, shoulder touch there. I think it might have been the old Ronaldinho back touch instead, actually. He is offside, though. Lovely. What a touch. What a touch. Guiu will charge down the keeper and cause them to play the ball out. That's what we need to see. Bit more of injection of pace from the front line, and they spill the ball out. There will be a throw in for them, deep in their own half. Long ball from Watchalong will be shrouded out by Tosin, so Weghorst can't get on the end of it. Here is the uncle. Romeo Lavia. They're keeping the midfield very compact here, Ajax. So those balls through the middle from Tosin are not as possible as usual. Here's Hato. There's one of those balls, and Guiu's tried to hold up the ball. One back by Lavia. Buonanotte through to Guiu. He can't quite touch it. Here's Buonanotte again. Morrow will win the ball back off him, and again, but we recover the ball. Here's Esteval on the right side. Good pass from Tosin to get it out to him. He's 1v1 versus his defender at the moment. Tries to put the ball in, and it's deflected for a corner. First one of the game. Good work from Esteval. And it will be the Brazilian to take the corner. We've been very good from set pieces. More so away than at home, but you'd reckon that Tosin will be the target here. Into the front post. It's knocked on. Oh, it's an Ajax player who actually got the flick on. We're normally the ones who kind of like to do that at the front post, but it's number 16 who gets the touch on it. It will go out for another corner on the opposite side. It's McConnell who got the touch in the end, the Englishman. Will be Enzo to take this corner on the opposite side. Signal goes up, signal goes down. Ball speared into the front post. It's very flat. And then there was some kind of foul. I think Lavia on the keeper. Little bit of a slow start from Chelsea in the first 10, I will say. We do have a rather rotated side. I think Lavia is the only player in the 11 that started the last game, so good to see him starting 2 games in a row, by the way. It's crazy. I don't think he will play the full 90, let's be honest, but good work from Ajax to work this out from the pressure. He's going to switch it out to Morrow, who's actually going to... Oh, he nearly kept that in, bless him. Couldn't, though. He's gone into the cameraman. Seems okay, though. Here's Lavia. Buonanotte. A lot of our creative players are all dropping deep to try and receive the ball here. We're unable to play it through the lines at the moment. Caicedo will get it out to Esteval, though, on the wide right. Here's Enzo. He's fouled, but the referee says nothing, and Caicedo will challenge in there and win the ball back. Here's Tosin. And rightfully, as Robbie Savage has just said on commentary, we really need to start getting our midfielders higher up the pitch. One thing that's interesting is Hato has now started to begin to kind of invert into midfield. Long ball from Enzo through for Mark Guiu. Tries to go around the goalkeeper, and Pasmir will save it and put it out for a corner. Good pass from Enzo. That's what we need. It's a great run from Guiu too. He would have been onside. Tries to do a little dink over the keeper. It doesn't work out. Good ball from Enzo into the box. Will be cleared. Jurgensen on the ball on the halfway line. Caicedo out to Jamie Gittins. Here's Tosin. Our centre-backs are in front of the halfway line now. Extra pressure now. Here's Esteval. Enzo makes the run behind him, allows him to cut inside. Plays the ball to... Oh, tried to play the ball to the back post for Buonanotte. It was a little bit of a daisy cutter in the air. If that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. It's like one of those flat deliveries, and it didn't quite reach him. will be an Ajax goal kick. They're going to take it short here with Itakura. Never mind, it's a fake out. Pasmier will smash it up the pitch. Hato wins it in the air. Here's Romeo Lavia. Wesley Fofana. There is absolutely zero intention from Ajax to press, by the way. As soon as we get the ball, they drop. Like, immediately. They're not even trying to... Like, even when we're in a bit of, like... You know, when we've just received it next to our goal, they are not pressing at all. Sorry for the late arrival. No worries, no worries. Here's Tosin. Your old Hato to Gittins. Lovely scoop pass over the top from him to Hato again, who gets a touch, but oh, he just can't control it. Would have been a opportunity to shoot from the ex-Ajax captain. Oh, Esteval's nearly intercepted the ball. There's a horrible challenge on Buonanotte there. And it will be a yellow card here. Might be worth looking at on VAR, this. It's Taylor, I believe, who with the challenge, yeah. Oh, that is a nasty challenge. That might be a red, I'm not gonna lie. If his foot is planted more, he's genuinely good. That's an ankle breaker. That should be a red card, but let's see here. He's still down here, Buonanotte. The referee's going over to the monitor. I think Kenneth Taylor will be... Yeah, he's taken one look at it. He's literally taken one look at it, and he's done the signal. It's going to be a red. It's a red card at Stamford Bridge once again. But not for Chelsea this time, which is nice. We do get that on the bingo card, though. And that will make this much easier for us, let's say. I think it's you know what? That is perfect use of the referee using the VAR. He literally goes up to the screen, sees it again, red card, easy. None of this 5-minute bollocks. More importantly, I hope that Buonanotte is okay. He is standing up now. That's really funny. The broadcast team have just accidentally put up the Ajax goal thing rather than the red card thing. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think the pattern of play is going to change much from what it was before. They were pretty much sitting back and letting us attack them anyway. Buonanotte will hit the ball in. It deflects out to Fofana. Here's Mark Guiu! And Guiu has scored. His first goal of the season in the Champions League. Big boos coming out from the Ajax fans. But you know what? The young man has stepped up. I don't think it's offside. It could be, but it would be Wesley Fofana who gets the assist here, by the way, if it is onside. We'll see it in a second here. It's Buonanotte. Yeah, he's onside by a mile. Ooh. Not sure. Maybe the number 7's keeping him on. I think it's Rosso actually who's keeping him on. I gotta say, it's not a very good finish. It's not a good finish, but it's gone on target. Let's go, Guiu. And that's what having a striker on the pitch does. I feel like we would be very much higher up the Premier League table if we didn't have the injury to Liam Delap. And that will just put even more of a spring in his step, which will be a nightmare for that defense. Fofana will win the ball in the air. And it's going to be a free kick to Ajax outside the box here, which will be their best chance of getting back into the game here now. I think set pieces onto Wout Weghorst. Not actually sure what they've given a foul for, if I'm being honest, but there we are. Chance for us to break if we do win this back. And this will probably seal the fact that Ajax are going to be the bottom of the Champions League table in the group stage. They were already at the bottom before the game started, so for their sake, they don't want to concede too many goals here. And for our sake, I think that, or for my prediction's sake, I think that they're probably not going to score now, so not getting that ticked off the bingo card. We might get a clean sheet instead, though, so. Here's Caicedo. Romeo Lavia. Up to Jamie Gittins. He goes inside. Across the pitch to Caicedo. Buonanotte into Mark Guiu. Lovely little 1-2 with him. It's another risky challenge on Buonanotte there from the midfielder, but he's won the ball. It's Weghorst holding up the ball. Good work. But Hato will win the ball not once but twice. Good work from him. Guiu will put on the pressure for Itakura to deal with. Long ball from the keeper. It will fall straight to Wesley Fofana once again. Here's Jurgensen. Romeo Lavia. Esteval. Caicedo once again. Hato out to Jamie Gittins. We'll say the passing needs to be faster than this if we're going to try and beat the slow block. It's a long ball from Tosin up to Esteval. Good touch from him. Trying to get past Bass and has got past Bass. Great little flick from him. It will be Oscar to knock the ball out. And Esteval has now gone down. Injured here. Off the ball, which is a bit worrying. Oh, it's for a really bad challenge. It's another high one there. From Bass. They gotta be careful, man. They might do a repeat of the 4-4 and get 2 red cards. He seems to be okay. It's just a impact injury. Here's Lavia. Hato. Here's Fofana. Well, to be honest, last time they did play 9v11, they still were actually creating chances against us. But then again, it was a Lampard team, so. Here's Gittins. Ball into the box from him to the back post for Esteval. Oh, he can't reach it. It was a great pass. A little bit of hesitancy, I think, from the young winger there. There will be a change for Ajax now. The Oscar, I will say, I'm not gonna lie. The player that's come off is this Oscar bloke, and the Ajax fans are booing heavily that he's coming off. To be honest, considering I'm not gonna say too much about it, but considering his nationality, I think he's probably safer on the bench than he would be on the pitch. But there we go. There's some kind of chant going on from the Ajax team. I don't speak Dutch, so I can't translate. But that does not sound very nice. He is Israeli. That's all I'm going to say. Considering we had all of this hoo-ha with Aston Villa and Maccabi Tel Aviv and the current state of the world, which again I'm not going to talk about on the channel, but you know. Here's Tosin. Long ball out to Jamie Gittins. Getting into the box here, Gittins. Taking a strike. It's clear. It's smashed off of Itakura, and it will go out for a corner. Good work from him. This is a really good opportunity for someone like Jamie Gittins to really, just start being experimental and trying things. Here's Esteval from the short corner. Across the box to Caicedo! It's snatched that in the rain. Considering his goal catalogue, I wouldn't be against him taking a strike from anywhere, to be honest. Getting playing like preseason, yeah. Speaking of Villa, they're playing the go-ahead Eagles. We've got Forest versus Porto tomorrow as well. That'll be Sean Dyche's first game, I believe. That football institution is an absolute joke. Here's Fafana. Has given it away, but Lavia wins the ball back off of Wout Weghorst. Here's Hato up to Enzo. Chance for us to break. Enzo wants to play this crossfield ball to Esteval. I can feel it. Yeah, there it is. Here he is on the ball. Cuts inside. Takes a strike. Deflected off of Sutalo. And Buonanotte will foul the player for a free kick. I think that was Bass that he's put a little bit too much on. Yeah. Little pull. Will be a long goal kick taken here from Pasveer. I'm hoping that we wrap this game up quickly in terms of the scoreline, because I would like us to be able to, rest some of our players for the next Premier game. Or I think actually our next game might be in the EFL Cup, I'm not sure. But for the next game, and also just get some of the youth players on the pitch. Here's Caicedo. He's going to take a strike. It takes a deflection. It goes in. And that's a fullback goal. We did say we'd take it. And is that an Esteval assist? I'm not sure. I can't remember who played the ball to him. It was a nasty deflection off a shooter low, but, Let's see, who places pass to him? Is it Gittins? Yep, Gittins. It's a Gittins assist. That's on here as well, isn't it? Gittins goal / assist. Boom. Let's see this deflection. How big is this? Oh, it's a horror deflection. Oh, the keeper's got no chance. That's a bit unlucky for the keeper, I can't lie. He's dived the right way and it's just gone the complete opposite direction to where he's going. Well, I did say I wanted us to wrap up the game pretty quickly. It seems like that's going to happen soon. Long ball from the goalkeeper. Up to Morrow. Tries to get the ball around Hato and instead it's given away a goal kick. Yeah, I think Gittins does deserve that considering how good he's been playing so far. Here's Lavia. Caicedo to Buonanotte, who just kept his eye off the ball a little bit there. Here's Esteval on the right side. I'd love to see him start getting involved more, honestly. Just go wild, man. Here's Tosin. Hato to Gittins once more. Into Moises Caicedo. Here's Enzo. Gittins, who's got time to play the ball here, and he will. Into the back post. Here's Esteval. Can't get the ball under control fully. Now he does. Back to Caicedo. Lovely ball in. Guiu. It's cleared. It's Romeo Lavia. We're getting very close here to getting a third. It's Caicedo once more. Fofana to Tosin. Lavia to Gittins. We'll say Gittins' delivery into the box has been very good so far today. He's been putting in teasing balls. Here he is again. He's beating his man. Here's Enzo to the back post. Guiu will try and knock it on, and the keeper will claim it. Guiu hanging out at the back post trying to get a touch on that. Change the score. Oh, it didn't change. It did not update when I updated it. Thank you for letting me know. There we go. Here's Fofana. 15 minutes to play. And Frankfurt are beating Liverpool at the moment. Christensen has just scored. Morrow trying to drive into the box. And they've given a penalty. The referee has given a penalty. It's Hato who's given it away, and he's getting a yellow card too. It doesn't seem to be many complaints from Hato here, honestly. Oh, it's Tosin who's made the tackle. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's a pen. Come on, Jurgensen, prove yourself. Well, I said I don't think they were going to get back into the game, but you know, this is an opportunity. I assume it'll be Wout Weghorst who takes this. Morrow who was stood on, who's been their best player by a mile, by the way. It's Tosin who did get a yellow. He's back on his feet, Raul. Does not look comfortable though. It is Wout Weghorst who's putting the ball on the spot. Their regular penalty taker, Kenneth Taylor, is obviously the man who's been sent off, so up to the big Dutchman to take it. Come on, Philip. Come on, Philip. And oh, he gets a touch on it, but it's gone in. Man, Jurgensen has to do better there. It is a goal for Ajax, which doesn't help us in terms of the bingo card, in terms of the clean sheet, but oh, he has to save it. Jurgensen, what are you doing? Oh, he dives underneath it. The ball like goes underneath his arm. Oh man. It's actually the fact that the penalty is actually more central and not in the corners has actually got the goal there, because if it's in the corner, Jurgensen saves it. Dios mio. Oh well, we go again. Here's Tosin. Hato to get the return ball, and he's going to take a strike. He wants a goal against his former club, but isn't able to get it. Here's Lavia. Caicedo out to Esteval. Game's starting to get a bit feisty now. Esteval past one. Slipped over on the wet surface, and then he's taken off the ball by Bas. Wins the ball back, though, the Brazilian, and he will give away a goal kick. There's some arguing going on between the referee and some of the players here because of some challenges that happened in the middle. Don't see what's wrong with Lavia's challenge here. He's Perfectly fine. Just out-muscles his man. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, I see what's happened. So Weghorst is kind of gotten angry at that challenge from Lavia, and he's put a little something onto Caicedo afterwards. That's why he's getting a talking to. I did say free space would be for a fight, so I'm going to take that, you know. We got anything else? Oh, Weghorst goal as well. We got Weghorst goal, didn't we? Yeah. So that can be ticked off too. Will be a long goal kick from the goalkeeper. Out to the left-hand side. Hato is underneath it and wins it. Now Weghorst on Caicedo, a little bit forcefully there. We kind of knew that was going to happen. And they have given the free kick our way. Here's Enzo. Across the pitch to Wesley Fofana. Romeo Lavia. Liverpool have equalised. Fucking bollocks. And Gittins has lost the ball. It's Ugo Ekitike who scored for Liverpool. Battling away in the middle here. It's Enzo, who does win a... No, he doesn't, apparently. Weghorst is actually going to win a throw-in on the right side here. Here's Itakura, who's under pressure from Mark Guiu. Back to the goalkeeper. Oh, Guiu's nearly won it off him as well, man. He is dangerous. As soon as you see that man running at you, you must be absolutely terrified. His closing speed is so good. Fofana has lost the ball but won it back. Here's Caicedo. Chelsea being a little bit lax in possession, let's say. Need to switch on a little bit more. Game isn't over just because they've got a red card. Here's Gittins. He's going to take his man for a ride down around the outside. Cuts inside. Puts the ball into the box for Guiu. And it's Buonanotte who got the final touch, and he isn't allowed to get enough of a contact by the defenders. It's a beauty of a cross from Gittins once again. His delivery into the box has been really, really good. Tosin and Weghorst have gone for a little tussle, and Weghorst is going to be complaining about some kind of... Oh, yeah, no, he got a nasty head injury. I think he might have just taken a boot to the face as he was going down there. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in that in terms of actually being... Ooh. Maybe that was... I don't know. Maybe Tosin did throw a leg out there, actually. That's a little naughty. I think I genuinely think this could be a red card, actually. I don't know if the referee's going to see that as malicious or not. I think he kind of does. He does kind of throw a leg out a little bit deliberately there. It's a pretty nasty cut on the forehead, but luckily it's above the eyebrow, so not anything too serious. VAR are looking at it. About 7 minutes of the game, or of the half rather, left to go. They are just trying to stem the bleeding at the moment. It's a really good assist for Wesley Fofana, by the way. I love how I saw a tweet earlier today which was like, "Oh, Vitinha got a goal and assist. Caicedo, it's your turn to respond," or something cringe like that. Caicedo's already got a goal and he's playing it right back today. So they have managed to stop the bleeding. I think they need to take the shirt off and stuff. But he's off the pitch at the moment, so we're currently playing 11 versus 9. And Van Dijk has just scored the go ahead goal for Liverpool now. God damn. Here's Tosin. He's going to launch the ball in for Buonanotte, but it's very, very heavy. Weghorst is back on the pitch now. It's a little bit of a cut and a shiner. Nothing a big bloke like him can't deal with. They've obviously done the concussion checks and seen it's fine for him to continue without any type of protection. Oh my god. The referee's given another bloody foul against Weghorst for literally nothing. Fofana wins the header. That's all he does, is he jumps up for the header and wins the ball. Will be a goal kick, or a free kick rather, for Ajax. They try to play it to the back post, and it's not going to be resulting in anything other than a free kick for offside. I think it's Schutalo who was at the back post, who had strayed too far. So I was going to say there's about 4 minutes left of the game, but there will be some time added on for the stoppages. Here's Caicedo. Here's Ural Hato. Ball will go out wide for Esteval. Good touch from him. He's going to go on the inside. Play the ball into the box. Oh, it was aimed for Buonanotte once again. Oh, it's actually Enzo, rather, who had made that box crashing run. Was unable to get contact on it. It's like I think he tried to cushion it rather than take a strike there. Might have been better off just trying to put his foot through it. Fofana will win the ball in the air once again. His boss. And once again. Dodds back to Schutalo. Here's Itakura. They are playing it around us here pretty well. Here's Morrow. Back to Ko Itakura. Oh, Pasveer has made a really poor ball out, and Gittins can't keep the... Oh, if he could kept the touch there, the goal was open for him to smash it. It was a very terrible ball from the keeper. They've got away with one there. Here's Morrow into the middle. Won by Romeo Lavia. Here's Buonanotte to get it out to Gittins. They've gotten a bit too adventurous here, Ajax, and now the ball's going to come back at him. Here's Enzo. He's fouled in the box, and it's a penalty. And it's Weghorst, who, again, has been very, very, pissed off since that Lavia challenge. I think he does get some of the ball, but I think he's gone through the back of Enzo. We'll see. Yeah, It's a clear, yeah, it's a clear pen. It's a clear penalty. Very poor challenge from the big man. I don't think there's going to be anything other than that, though. Enzo will be the man who takes it too. Has scored quite a few penalties. It is a chance for 3-1. To restore the 2-goal advantage. Here's Enzo Fernandez. And he puts it into the goal. And it will be 3-1 Chelsea before the half ends. Is that anything on the bingo card? I don't think so. Not anything at the moment, no. Yeah, the guy Weghorst just lost his head. That first challenge from Lavia has just really pissed him off. He's just been in the wars ever since, and he's just trying to find a fight. It's a really, really good pen from Enzo. Far over to the right-hand side. Or the keeper's left. He hasn't been given a yellow for that challenge, by the way. Definitely should have been. A silly, silly challenge. It will be 5 minutes added on, and they have kicked off. Here's Itakura. And the goalkeeper's spilled it again. Oh, it's another one of those daisy cutter passes he's done. And again, Buonanotte unable to control it, and it will go back to the keeper. This time the ball will go in the air. It's won by Hato. Here's Itakura going back to the keeper once more. Ball to Shutalo. It's a good one. He's done really well to escape the pressure there. Here's Morrow. We'll go back to the goalkeeper. High pressure from Guiu once again. Here's Bas. Gets the ball up to Weghorst, who's running down the left channel. And Fofana will get stepped across to make the challenge. He's taken a hit in the face here from Weghorst, but the referee's given the foul the other way. Yeah, it's just an elbow across. I don't think that's anything malicious, let's be real. It's more so just the fact that he's a taller player. It's another goal for Liverpool as well. Bloody hell. Canate this time. Is Guiu an unlikely goal scorer? No. I wouldn't class him as an unlikely goal scorer simply because he's a striker. But you know what? Saying that, Caicedo, unlikely goal scorer. Can take that. Where is the unlikely goal scorer? I can't find it. Yeah, bang. I would like us to not try and get involved with all of this nonsense that's going on with their team. Because I don't want us to have a player off the pitch. I said, I think we're a bit lucky for Tosin not to have been sent off, honestly, but... Here's Enzo. Caicedo. Here's Buonanotte. Caicedo will try... Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to play the ball out to Esteval. He doesn't. Instead, here's Lavia. Back to Caicedo. Enzo again. Plays it forward for Mark Guiu. Lovely touch from him to Lavia. Out wide to Esteval. His touch is a decent one. Into the box. He's fouled, but he's been a bit too... He's been a bit too honest there, and the referee's given another pen. Ajax have genuinely, like last time when they were at the bridge, they've just completely capitulated here. And it's McConnell, I think, who's giving it away. Oh, it's Bass, actually. Never mind. Yeah, well, the first one's a foul. And he tries to stay honest, and then the second one, he stands on his foot. Yeah. Yeah, the first one was a foul. He's given away 2 penalties there. Yeah. And you know what? It's a little bit of simulation from Esteval, but he has to, or he doesn't get it. And Enzo has actually handed the ball to Esteval. Lovely. Come on, kid. Come on, kid. You're on my wall. That's a good thing for the captain there. I'd love to see that. Come on, Esteval. There's been a yellow card to someone. Weghorst, finally. First Champions League goal for Esteval. Here we go. Can we get it? He's doing the Neymar run-up to the right-hand side. Esteval puts it in the back of the net. It's not an Esteval brace. Oh no, I've done a brace. I need him to get another goal. Does that count as does a penalty count as a set piece goal? I don't know. But so far the prediction is correct at the moment. There might be more goals in the second half though. It's a really good pen. Really, really good pen. I need to change the score. Boom. That's a beauty, right into the side netting. 2 keepers wouldn't have saved that. Well, the number 41 has made the game 4-1. And that's the half-time whistle. What a goal, and what a bloody half of football. Genuinely, when I booted up my stream today, I thought this is going to be a very boring game. This has been rather anything but. Excellent. Hopefully he gets another one in the second half. It's been 3 penalties. Oh, player sent off. This game's been cinema. Absolute cinema. 8-2 Barca flashbacks. This reminds me of that Aston Villa game we played that one time where Pato scored. I will leave you guys on the Be Right Back screen because I'm quickly going to get a snack and fill up my drink. But yeah, enjoy the Be Right Back screen. I will be 2 seconds. Alrighty. Let's move into this. Alright, we're back. Excuse me. I've just seen someone say, like, why did I mention Dyche? I was talking about Forest, because they play tomorrow. I think it's Sean Dyche's first managerial stint for them. Yeah, let's look at the bingo. What are we close to? Esteval Brace if he gets another one. The only thing we need at the moment is a wonder save for an actual bingo. Or a Worldy and Kaiseno enemy number 1, which definitely could happen. Correct prediction is currently on you know, currently something that could happen, but we need to wait and see if there's any other goals in the second half. I also need to see. I'm going to quickly check the timeline of the game because someone came on for that Oscar bloke, and I have no idea who it was. I didn't pay attention. Who was it? Who came on? It's Jorthy Mokio who has come on. Just so I know for future reference. Wait, I don't know if my... There you go, that's why. I was confused, I was like, the panels weren't showing properly, there we go. That's better. Still want to KTBFFH brace, yeah. Could Moy's goal be counted as a worldie? I would have counted it as a worldie if it didn't take a massive deflection. Yeah, Sean Dyche is Forest manager now. They sacked Ange immediately after our game against them, and it was already in the rumour mill before that game that they were looking at Sean Dyche, and he has been announced as the manager. Again, as I was saying, that club is a joke of an institution at this current time. One off from Esteval Bracia. Do I watch Game of Thrones? No, I don't. There's a lot of things which that in terms of like mainstream media that are like things which either I didn't get into early enough, so I feel like there's no point, or like, you know, it's been so long since they came out. It's like there's just no point in bothering at this point. Game of Thrones is one of those. Breaking Bad is another. I need to watch that at some point, but I just never got around to it. I don't have the time. It's the main issue. I don't have any time to do anything. It's part of the reason why I'm taking this break. When I take my break after, obviously I'm still good. The thing is, I say I'm taking a break. I'm still working on stuff in the background, which is really annoying because I have ideas for when I come back. But like, I will be, having somewhat of a I can actually do stuff that I want to do for the first time in 2 years. That'd be great. They fired Ange in the dressing room. I don't think that they I don't think they like genuinely. I don't think that he even got to. I don't think they even got to like the end of the game before the decision had been made, because there was already like, we saw shots during the game of like the seats of where their owners were sitting completely empty at like 70 minutes. It's just crazy. They went in at like 70 minutes and said, you know what, this can't go on anymore. We can't have this guy. Wait, I forgot about this. So I've finally got my stream deck set up with my soundboard, so I could have been playing this.
It's just who we are, mate. It's just who we are.
I don't know how loud that is. It's probably quite loud. It's just who we are, mate. Bizarre. Yeah, we are. I said we are a little bit lucky in this game that Tosin's not been sent off. I will say that. I'm surprised that the VAR didn't look at the little kick out a little bit more thoroughly. So this is a crazy stat, by the way. So Mark Guiu is not only Chelsea's second youngest goal scorer in history, but he's also currently got 9 goals in 12 appearances in UEFA competition. How mental is that? Yeah, you're part Swedish, so guess what? You can officially say that Graham Potter's your manager again. Yeah, we've got a weird pattern of that happening, haven't we? Of like ex Chelsea managers becoming international managers now, because we obviously got Tommy T, got Graham Potter, Mauricio Pochettino is obviously the US manager. Well, where he is currently, I think he's probably going to get sacked at some point soon. He's been doing very poorly for them. Who else? There was another one as well. There's another one, like recent one. Obviously, Lampard's at Coventry. Ancelotti went to Brazil, didn't he? He was the Brazilian manager for a while. It's just been a weird thing. I think it's because like once you've got to Chelsea, you're at the pinnacle of club football. I can't say this with a straight face. You're at the pinnacle of club football. You can't go anywhere else. We're getting the Tom Aspinall documentary is on after the game. He's also got a big dead ass. Daniel Farker is in the restaurant where I work right now. Crazy. Tell him, walk up to him and tell him, screw you for what you did to Norwich City. Bro, he ruined my local club. All right, I'll see you after the match too. We'll do a little bit of a little bit of a discussion after the game ends. But yeah, second half is about to start. There is a lot of substitutions lining up on the sideline here. Davy Klaassen is coming on for Ajax, as is Andre Santos, Tyreek George, and Trevor Chalobah for Chelsea. So, first of all, it's the number 25 who's coming off for Davy Klaassen. I think is that Weghorst? Number 25? Probably injury related there. Yeah, so Klaassen on for Weghorst, which is interesting. He's like their only outlet, but again, he's probably got a concussion protocol or something. Tyreek George is coming on for Mark Guiu, which is really upsetting. Santos is on for Enzo, and obviously Tosin is off for Chalobah. It's annoying to see Guiu off, but that might mean that we're saving him for the next game, so he can start the next game, which would be very good. Bro, I didn't forget the timer, but I did forget to change the actual timer to what it was supposed to be. So I had to not press it. We'll do it at 46. It'll be fine. Here's Romeo Lavia. Hopefully we can get some more goals here and help us with the goal difference in the league table. Here's Fofana. We are definitely going into kind of a back two now with Fofana and Chalobah. We're pushing Hato really high up into a kind of midfield position. Lavia across the pitch to Esteval. First attempt for him to run against his man. He goes around the outside, plays the ball into the box, and it's spilled by the keeper, but no one's there. No one is there to tap it in, unfortunately. And now the timer should be working now. There we go. Yeah, I just have a little bit of a a kind of rivalry against Farker. Not only because again he kind of ruined Norwich City for 2 seasons in a row, and then he's now gone to Leeds. So it's just like he could have picked a better team. Also, my stuff just all went all weird. Is it running? Okay, it's running. I had the refresh thing. Here's Schutalo trying to take on Esteval. Gives the ball away for a throw. Will be taken by Wesley Fofana. There's 2 balls on the pitch, so the throw-in will have to be taken again. The Bob Marley chant is out at the bridge, which we haven't heard in a while. I think both sets of fans are actually singing it, to be fair. Oh, Wesley Fofana taking a risk there, but he's bailed out by Moises Caicedo. Here's Lavia. Through to Andre Santos. And it's going to fall for Tyreek George. And it's a goal. Tyreek George off the bench and onto the score sheet. And he's very, very hyped about that one. It's the first goal he's ever really been able to celebrate, to be honest. He doesn't really get to celebrate his goals very often. I think it's another deflection. His first few goals he scored for the club have all been equalisers, so he's had to just kind of get on with it. He can actually fully celebrate this one, so good for him. It's a really good play. Lovely pass from Lavia into him, into Santos rather. It breaks for George, and it's another deflection. Yeah, horror deflection. Man, this keeper, I feel bad for him. He's literally not had a chance with any of the goals. It's a good finish on his left peg as well. We're going to make another substitution immediately. Who's coming on? It's Josh Achampong who is coming on the pitch. So Moises Caicedo coming off. Good. Good to rest Moy. Really good to see Moy being rested. Although we are not able to get the other things on the bingo card yet. Or now, because he's off, which is unfortunate. Here's Klaassen. It's Morrow. On the right side. It's Gods, tackled by Lavia. One back. It's Gods again. Puts the ball into the box. It's cleared by Fofana. And here's Buonanotte to try and bring the ball out. Esteval. There's a little bit of anticipation anytime he gets on the ball. Is that you hear the crowd like all kind of stand up whenever Esteval gets on the ball. I'd love to see him get a bit more involved here. Here's Josh Achampong in the middle. Out wide to Esteval. Back to Josh. Chalabar out to Jamie Gittins. Up against Rossa. Beating him every single time he's come up against him. Across the box for Romeo Lavia. Takes a strike. Another deflection. And this time it goes out wide for a goal, for a corner. Jesus. Yeah, George has been a useful player. He's proven me wrong a lot in recent times. He's been a lot more mature than he has in previous games, so good for him. Here's Esteval, who's going to be taking the short corner. Gets it back. Here's Jamie Gittins. Esteval again, on his left foot, plays the ball forward, but it's blocked by McConnell. The Englishman on loan from Liverpool will do well to win a foul up against the Brazilian there. Keeper will take this. Go on, mess up your goal kick again and put it flat so we get an open goal. He's done it twice already. Nope, it is a long one. Into the right channel. Won by Romeo Lavia. Obviously, with George coming on, he has come up to play at striker for the record. He is putting on the pressure here on Ko Itakura. Shoot allow to the number 15 who's gotten it away, but Wesley Fofana, as he has been so often in this game, deals with that very, very well. Here's Jurgensen. Fofana will dribble above the halfway line. Here's Chalobah now. Here's Josh Achampong. Out wide for Esteval. Back to Fofana. The passing has slowed down significantly here. It's needs to speed up. Here's Chalobah, who's going to play the ball into Gittins, but his pass is a little weak. And Rossa will snatch in. They're going to break up the right-hand side here now, Ajax. Morrow will play it back, though. They've got to be careful here not to lose it, and Morrow's done really, really well to stop them from turning over the ball. Here's Itakura. Bass has been tackled by Buonanotte. Here's Esteval. Up against Shutalo. He's completely taken him one way and the other. He's fooled him so many times. Here he is into the box now, Esteval, but he will get the ball taken off him eventually. Good work from the experienced centre-back there. But they don't have an out ball, so when they win it back there, they're just going back to Wesley Fofana, who will come back at them. So I think them thinking about making a comeback here is rather out of reach, considering they have 4 goals. Or there's a 4-goal deficit between the two score lines. Here's Trevor Chalobah once again. Fofana out to Esteval. Josh back to Wes. Going through the motions a little bit here, Chelsea. Needs a little bit more injection of pace. George has just made a really good run. He hasn't been spotted. Here's Gittins. Yorolhato. Back to Chalobah. Back to Josh. Out wide to Esteval. He's being hounded by the number 24. And will concede the Chelsea throw. I didn't see it that way, but go for it. We'll take the possession. Here's Chalobah. Lifts the ball over the top for Buonanotte, and he just can't get the touch on it. It's a good inventive pass from Trevor Chalobah, but didn't work out. Goalkeeper will play the ball over the top now. Won by Josh Achampong. Flicked on by Buonanotte, and he will receive the ball again here, the Argentinian. Good little bit of footwork to get past the number 16. Here's Lavia into Esteval, who's in a central position. Back to Buonanotte. It's a good tackle from it. No, way, ref. That's a perfect challenge. He's given a yellow card to Esteval for a challenge, which is perfectly timed, man. Ah, Weimar. Let's look. He gets the ball. He gets the whole of the ball. Maybe he gets the man as well, but I think that's harsh to give him a yellow for that. I think it's a little harsh. Yeah, maybe a little bit of hubris and inexperience there from the youngster. You've still got so much time left, by the way. The Chelsea champions chant is going out throughout Stamford Bridge right now. I'm trying to see who it is who's down at the moment. I think it's Rossa. The magic spray is coming out for him. Will be a long goal kick from Pasveer. We'll go to the left channel, where it's won by Josh Achampong and headed neatly behind by Wesley Fofana to the hands of Philip Jurgensen. Here's Trevor Chalobah. Achampong to Estival. Just looking to switch the play, but not on. Here's Buonanotte. A little ball into Josh Achampong. Or into George, rather. Here is George again. He's going to be offside, I think. Flag hasn't gone up, but the ball will fall for Gittins, and now the flag's gone up. Good little interplay there from him, Lavia, and George there, Buonanotte. Ooh, it's just offside. Only just. Ajax going to try and play it out short from the back here. They don't have the man advantage, so it's going to be difficult to do that. But they've won themselves a throw near the halfway line. It's Mokio who won that. Here's Shutalo. Back to the goalkeeper. Josh Achampong with a high press. And they've had to smash the ball long. Wesley Fofana will win that once more. Here's Mokio. McConnell will spin away from the pressure very well, but Josh Achampong is going to go back at him. Hasn't beaten him. He beat him once, he can't beat him twice. He's dived to the floor and grabbed the ball, and the referee's forced to give a foul. Don't think there's very much in that. He is now holding his hamstring as well. Seems to be okay. Will be another free kick from this same kind of area that Ajax have been getting quite a lot of down the left channel. Chelsea is ever holding a very high line outside the box. It's taken short to Mokio though, and the ball in is a horror one, and it's cleared by Hatto. And there's going to be a high press here from Chelsea to try and put some pressure on as they try and reload the box. Buonanotte who's chasing down the goalkeeper. And the long ball that is forced will just go straight to the Chelsea back line. Here's Philip Jurgensen. It's Andre Santos. Haven't seen much of him so far. Here's Esteval on the right side. How the other game's going? Honestly, I don't know. They haven't updated me. I think it's the same as. I think it's the same as it has been. There hasn't been any change in scoreline so far. Esteval will play the ball into the back post. It's cleared by Davy Klassen. Good work from Lavia to recycle the ball here. Josh Achampong back out to Esteval. He's going to try and get past his man. He does. He's blocked off by the number 15. The referee's given nothing, but Wesley Fofana will stop them from advancing. Here's Buonanotte. Here's Jamie Gittins in the box to Tyreek George. Trying to find some opportunities to shoot for Josh Achampong. It's blocked, and it will be an awkward one for the goalkeeper, but he does keep two hands on it. Would like to see Josh get another goal. He struck out very purely, but the block was on. Long ball from the keeper has been won by him as well, and it will go out for an Ajax throw. And Reggie Walsh is being spoken to here by Enzo Maresca, so he's probably going to be coming on. Would be good to see him getting a chance in the Champions League after he recently had a birthday. Ooh, Andre Santos has missed the ball in the middle, and Ajax have got a chance to break here. But the ball has been cut out by Romeo Lavia, who's been very, very good today in terms of cutting things out. Here's Santos again. I imagine Walsh will be coming on for Buonanotte. Oh, it's a really good ball out to Esteban. It's a great touch from him too. He's taken the defender one way and then the other into the box now. And he will win a corner off a Bass. He's been having a rough night up against Esteval, I tell you. He's been running him ragged. Big Steve-O chants go out throughout Stamford Bridge. Esteval will take the corner. Signal goes up. Whipped in to a dangerous area and the ball has broken. The goalkeeper's out off of his line right now. Oh. They will clear it. Jamie Gittins will win the ball back. Here's Tyreek George. He's going to take a run into the box. Here's Gittins again. He tries to play the ball in. He's pushed off the ball there by one of the defenders, but the referee says nothing. His shot was rather tame in the end. Long ball from the keeper will be won by Trevor Chalabar once again. Here's Josh Achampong. Esteval again. He's going to cut inside this time. Trying to get an avenue for a shot, but can't. Gets it to Lavia instead. Over the top for Esteval, and the goalkeeper has taken one in the face here. It's going to be stopped immediately. It's a very, very poor collision there for the 41-year-old. I hope he's okay. Very brave goalkeeping, I will say. There's a number 41 on the 41-year-old. It was Yoral Hatto who got the initial ball from Lavia there. But now Reggie Walsh will be coming onto the pitch. And it's Romeo Lavia who's coming off, actually. Which, yeah, good to rest him, honestly. So Buonanotte is going to get a full... he's going to get a, a rest. And Walsh will be coming on. It's the 45 coming on for the 46. Good to see him. Yeah, two days ago was his birthday, so he's 17 now. We kept referring to him as the 16-year-old. He's now 17. The goalkeeper is back on his feet. He looks like he wants to continue, but it looks like the doctors are kind of trying to convince him not to continue playing, if I'm being honest. This is going to be significant minutes for Reggie Walsh. Good to see him. He's going to get at least 25 minutes here. This has been a crazy game. They're showing highlights of like the whole game now. It's just mental. Oof. That pen from Enzo is beautiful. If we get a Reggie Walsh goal as well, that'll be very, very good. Okay, they have okayed the goalkeeper to continue. And the game will continue. So he's going to take the drop ball. He'll throw the ball out to Ko Itakura. Long ball from the goalkeeper, just meets Andre Santos. How many times have we said that? The long balls and the keeper just not worked today. Is Bass and Shutalo. Back to the goalkeeper. Tyreek George putting on the pressure. It's another long ball. Who's underneath it? Trevor Chalobah. Andre Santos now. So it seems like Santos is moving into the more deeper role now, with Lavia coming off, and Reggie Walsh, who is now on the ball, is going into a more advanced kind of 10 role. He's bursted into the box after giving it to Esteval, but he's not going to receive the ball back. Here's Josh once again. Buonanotte. Hato to Wesley Fofana. And back out to Esteval. Josh Achampong. Spins his man. Good work from him. He wants to run through them all. He's not able to, though. Here's Hato again. Jamie Gittins. Going to take on his man and will win a corner. I imagine it might actually be Walsh who takes these corners on the right side. No, Esteval is going over there, though. Surprised the right foot is not taking it. Signal goes up. Players run into the box. With the outswinger from Esteval. Whipped in. Good area. Good delivery, and it's cleared. It will fall to Buonanotte, but it's smashed up in the air by Gotts. Oh. Players getting in each other's way here, but it will be picked up by Gittins. Here's Walsh. Out to Tyreek George, who's on the right-hand side. He's going to try and take on his man. He goes around the outside, smashes it across the box, and it's fallen for Yoral Hato, I believe that was. It was no. It was Esteval at the far post, and he couldn't get a good enough connection to get it on target. It's a good work from Tyreek George down the right-hand side. Little burst of pace to get the ball across. Oof. Unlucky. I would have arrowed into the far corner if there was a little bit close by. This Liverpool are just trying to match our scoreline, man. They've now got it to 5-1. Shabozlai, who's gotten a goal in the 70th minute. Here's Trevor Chalobah. First team in Champions League history with 3 teenage goal scorers. Yeah. In general, we've got like one of the youngest teams in Champions League history, I believe, as well. Here's Andre Santos. Switched out to Gittins on the left side. Taking on Rosa around the outside. He will get into the box here. He wants to shoot, man. He really does. He gets it to Andre Santos instead, who can't force the ball forward for Tyreek George. It will fall to Wesley Fofana instead. Here's Reggie Walsh. Up to George, who's on the right side. Just heard a shout from Enzo Maresca on the sideline saying, Reggie, position, as he's now moved into a more advanced role, which is interesting. Here's Yoral Hato. Chalobah will play the long ball out for Tyreek George, who's on the right side. Great touch from him, but the offside flag is up against him. Considering the amount of space he got in the box there, I imagine the decision was right there. Here's Rossa. Little flick on from Klaassen will go to absolutely no one. Here's Tyreek George, or Trevor Chalobah rather. My head. Out wide for Tyreek George, who is on the right side now. We've swapped some players around here where George and Esteval have swapped, which is bizarre. Santos out to Gittins. Good sweeping ball from him. Into the box from Jamie Gittins. He's trying a bit too much there, honestly. Here's Buonanotte to Santos. To Josh Achampong. Tyreek George on the right side. Plays it forward to Walsh. Back to Wesley Fofana. Trevor Chalobah. Buonanotte is fouled. It will be a free kick outside the box from the foul from Itakura. Don't know if we're going to take this quickly or not, or if we're actually going to take a strike. It's a little far out for a strike on goal, I would say. But, you know, Esteval is never one to shy away from a strike like this. It's him and Santos who are over the ball. But I would imagine it will be Esteval who takes the strike, if they do indeed take the strike. It's Esteval to take, and it's blasted into the wall. Will deflect back out for Andre Santos. Here's Jamie Gittins on the left side. He will cut inside, place the ball into the box, and it's Esteval who can't reach it. And so was Wesley Fofana. Man, Jamie Gittins, his delivery today has been phenomenal. He's been so good, whipping those balls in from the right or from the left-hand side. It's so close for Esteval to get a touch on this. Oh, he does get a touch on it, in fact. Just not enough contact. Good to see us continuing to try and get goals here, although we do have a bit of defending to do here. Unfortunately, Mora was on his own, so we have been able to get the ball up the pitch again. Here's Tyreek George on the right-hand side. Here's Buonanotte. Oh, a little bit of indecision between him and Jamie Gittins whether he was going to make the run in behind or not then. It has gone through to the keeper. The keeper's taking a breather on the ball here. Pressured by Tyreek George. And he will have to pick the ball up now. Long ball from the keeper. Be one in the air by Yoral Hato. Good touch from Buonanotte to keep it under control. Great work for him to cushion it to Jamie Gittins. Here's Esteval. Takes a strike! It's a good save from the keeper. I think it's the first one he's made, honestly. As soon as they turned the ball over, it was shoot on sight for Esteval. Wow, he's done really well to keep that out, to be fair. Because the ball was swerving in the air. Will be a corner on the right side for Esteval to take the in-swinger. Signal goes up. Ball goes in. Cleared at the front post. It will be another corner. Koya Takura getting the ball out. Who I believe is the first Japanese player to ever play for Ajax. Which is kind of an interesting stat. Corner taken short. Esteval will now whip the ball in. Goes over the head of Reggie Walsh, who is not particularly the tallest player. Here he is on the ball now. Lovely ball out to the wide right from him. Beautiful. And Esteval will get the ball here. He'll get the chance to strike, and he will put it on target, but straight at the goalkeeper. He's getting a little bit selfish now, I will say, Esteval. He really wants to get that brace, I tell you. I want him to as well, for my bingo card. Here's Bass. Puts it through the legs of Josh Achimpong, but who's there? Wesley Fofana. Buonanotte gets past Davy Clarkson beautifully. He's going to take a strike here. No, he's got the ball to George instead. Lovely little back heel for Buonanotte, but they can't get on the end of it. It will fall to Esteval at the edge of the box. Bro, the cameraman's having a struggle trying to keep up with Esteval. Here's Andre Santos. Gittins to Buonanotte. Buonanotte has been phenomenal, by the way. He's going to put the ball into the box. It's cleared by Schutalo, but it will fall to Esteval. Good work from him to hold on to the ball here. will play the ball across to Trevor Chalabar too. It's definitely something special, I tell you. Here's Wesley Fofana. Out wide to Tyreek George. He's going to go around the outside. He's been tackled, but he will receive the ball again. It's been an electric performance from George so far. He's been very, very sprightly. Here's Wesley Fofana. 13 minutes to go. Josh Achampong, who's on the edge of the box here, tries to get it out to the wide right, but it's blocked. Will fall back to Wesley Fofana. Back to Josh Achampong. Now he gets it wide right. Here's Tyreek George. Where Reggie Walsh back to George. Here's Trevor Chalabar, who's decided to go on a run. Josh Achampong. Out wide to Tyreek George, and Trevor Chalabar stayed in the box here. The ball was whipped all the way across the face of the goal, and it will not meet a Chelsea head. I will see that. I was going to mention this. They're now focusing on him. I was going to say that Wesley seems to be limping a little bit. I hope he's not got picked up another injury. And McConnell is now coming off for Rieger in the middle. There has been a call for him to come off the pitch. Supposedly he's gone to the bench and asked for to be replaced. Here he is on the ball despite his injury. I would just take him off. I don't see what's the point risking him. Here's Tyreek George on the right side. Plays the ball in for Reggie Walsh. George playing the ball into Andre Santos. Here's Walsh again. Trevor Chalabar will play the ball over the top for Buonanotte. It will be cleared now by Davy Klassen. He's been caught on the ball there, but he's got unlucky to get it away. Tidied up by Trevor Chalabar. Here's George once more. Here's Andre Santos in the middle. Good little ball from Buonanotte to Walsh. Here's Tyreek George on the right side once more. Getting a lot of the ball. He's going to take a strike on his left foot. It's deflected and it will be out for a corner. It is kind of annoying. We have moved to this new formation with George on the right side, but now that he's knocked down the middle, we don't really have a focal point to kind of play the ball into. Wesley Fofana has been left on the pitch, by the way, the last 10. Still limping whilst he arrives in the box now for the corner. Signal goes up from Esteval, goes back down. Players run into the box. Whipped into the front post, flicked on, and it will be another corner. It's David Klassen who gets the ball away. Esteval saw the bingo and had a mission, yeah. He's taken the corner short this time. Here's Buonanotte into the middle of the box. It's been fouled, but the referee will say nothing, and David Klassen will get the ball away. Here's Morrow trying to get the ball forward, but it's blocked by, I think that's Yoral Hatto, who was on the right-hand side, who'd come all the way back to try and stop him. It worked from him. Here's Vass. All the way back to the goalkeeper now. Ko Itakura. It's Klassen. Back to Bass. It's Morrow, who's on the left-hand side now. He's tackled by Tyreek George. Here's Andre Santos to Buonanotte. Josh Achampong, who needs to play the ball forward here. Here's Esteval on the left side. Up to Jamie Gittins. He's taken Roca for the Rossa rather for a ride on the left side once more. Here's Fofana. Andre Santos. Josh Achampong. Direct pass to Reggie Walsh. Out wide to Tyreek George. We've got some space to work with here. He's going to whip it across the face. It's deflected and it will fall for an overhead kick from Esteval, and it's almost gone in. Oh my word. McQueen's a winger. I don't think he will come on. The only thing is we've got one sub. I don't know if it's gonna be used or not. I'm surprised that Wes has stayed on though. If that nearly hit the top corner, that would have been incredible. If that went in, genuinely, that might have been one of the best Chelsea Champions League goals he's ever seen. I can't lie. There has been a call to the bench. Yeah, Wes is now coming off, I think. Oh no, he's just speaking to the sideline. It's actually Ajax who are making the substitution. It's Jim who's come on. And Guts is coming off as well for Guy, the number 3. Long ball from the keeper. Wes has stayed on. He's just won a header too. It'll be Davy Klassen to take the throw on the left side. He's left it for someone else instead. Here's Fitzjim. Under pressure from Reggie Walsh, he will go back to the goalkeeper. It's Shooterlow. Chelsea pressure once again. Josh Achampong trying to win the ball off Bass. He will give away a throw instead. Wesley Fofana committing a foul on Klassen. It will be a halfway line free kick for Ajax. Mokio will take. Go back to Shooterlow. Here's Fitzjim. Oh, Esteval nearly snatching the ball off of Mokio there. Here's Bass. Back to the keeper. Long ball once again. It's a little bit loose. Fitzjim will knock it back though. Headed back to the keeper. Will be picked up and then thrown out. It's Shooterlow. Under pressure from Tyreek George. He's got to be careful here. And George has given away a free kick. It was almost would have broken for Esteval if he won that cleanly. Here's Mokio. Under pressure from Santos. Josh Achampong, who's high up on the right-hand side now. Keeper will play it into the middle and now smash it long. It will be straight over from one goalkeeper to another as Jurgensen gets the ball away. Is Yoral Hato. Chalabar up to Wesley Fofana. Up to Andre Santos. Hato to Josh Achampong. He plays it wide for Tyreek George. Reggie Walsh. Good touch from him. Josh Achampong. Back to Josh Achampong. He's going to play it wide right to Tyreek George. It's walking football at the moment. Ball forward is a good one from Trevor Chalobah to Esteval, who's getting into the box. He's been fouled again in the box. The referee said nothing. I think that's a penalty. The VAR will obviously look at it. Wesley Fofana will snatch in and win the ball again. He seems to have run off his injury. The referee has now signalled there's no penalty, but I'd like to see that again. Here's Tyreek George on the right side. Achampong. Santos. George. Buonanotte. He's taken off the ball, but it'll fall for Reggie Walsh, maybe? No. Back to the goalkeeper. Smashed up long. And of course, this will just fall for Wesley Fofana. It will come back at them. Here's Achampong once more. Andre Santos. Josh Achampong again. Tyreek George. Back to Wesley Fofana. Into Santos. Lofty ball to the right side for George. Good touch from him. Reggie Walsh. Needs to be a bit more drive. I know we're at the end of the game, but still. Here's Wesley Fofana. Chalobah will play the ball forward, but going to come back at him. Plays another little ball into Esteval. Good work. Little flick around the corner for Josh Achampong is a good one, but he unable to get the ball on the other side. Good battling away from Esteval up with Davy Klassen, who will win the ball, but the ball is won back by Andre Santos. Here's Wesley Fofana. Reggie Walsh. Esteval. Tyreek George. It's Esteval once more. He's looking for a pass. No one's going to give him a run. Interesting to see there's going to be 5 minutes of added time. Here's Tyreek George. Runs away from his man, but he's now central. Here's Trevor Chalobah. Trying to inject the ball forward. He's been the only player that's actually really been trying to actually pass the ball through the lines, Trev. It's good to see him doing that. Here's Fitzjim. Battling away against Josh Achampong, and he's forced him all the way back. Here's the goalkeeper once more. Bus. Shutalo out to the right-hand side. Itakuro is going to make a run forward. He's tackled by Andre Santos, and it's a foul. Knows what he's doing there. Here's Fitzjim once more. Davy Klassen. Plays the ball off of Wesley Fofana for a throw. It'll be Bust to take. Here's Mokio. Long ball down the right-hand side for Ajax will be dealt with pretty comfortably by Yoral Hato. Good work from him. Lovely, lovely work from him under the pressure. Here's Jurgensen. We'll play the ball out wide right and off the pitch. Here's Ko Itakura. Long ball forward will just go straight to Philip Jurgensen, who's had very little to do so far today. Here's Josh Achampong. Up to Tyreek George. He's going to take a run. Maybe. Here's Josh again. Here's Hato. Gittins has made the run into the box, but not been found. Here's Josh once more. Out wide right for Tyreek George. For the millionth time. Here he is going to try and take the ball around the outside. He's blocked by Bass. He'll go back. Here's Fofana. 2 minutes to play. Here's Trevor Chalabar, who wants to play the ball in behind here. He's not afforded the space to do so. Here's George, who's got loads of space on the right-hand side. He plays it in for Reggie Walsh, who whips it across into the hands of the goalkeeper. I will say, considering this is the anniversary of the passing of Matthew Harding, I think that the ex-co-chair will be looking down on us with big smiles on his face, considering the performance we put in today. That's why the stand is called that. Here's Reggie Walsh, who's won the ball back. He's been fouled by Mokio, but the referee said nothing. Mokio forward has been dispossessed. Here's Buonanotte, who's been thrown off the ball once again by Davy Klassen. Here's Fitzjim, who's been very, very good since he came on, by the way. Ajax looking to get a late goal. It will go forward, but Joel Hatto will play it off of Guy for a goal kick. Hatto's been very, very good today. I don't think there's been many players. I don't think there's been very many players on our team that have played poorly, to be honest. I think every single player has been very, very good. Few shining lights, I will say. And that is the final whistle. Chelsea will win this game 5-1. And yeah, I mean, what a game. The first half was way more exciting than the second, I will say, but good to see George getting a goal in the second. It's Esteval who gets a goal, George gets a goal, Enzo Fernandez gets a goal, Caicedo gets a goal, and so does Mark Guiu. So 5 different goal scorers. We do get 3 points. No wonder. Do we get Steve player of the match? I'm not sure who I'd class as man of the match. I probably would say it's Buonanotte, but I think Steve was probably one of our best players. I'm going to take this. We don't get over 2 Argentinians. We don't get Brace. We don't get Worldy. We don't get this. Don't get a clean sheet. I think the referees were pretty good today, so none of that. No correct prediction because we scored too many goals. Not a problem we get because he was very good. Unfortunately, we don't get a bingo today, so we'll have to wait until the next game to see if we can gift away 5 Membies. Let's actually take a look real quickly as I turn this off because it's very loud in my ears. Let's see what the next game that's watchable is. I think it's our Wolves game, right? Are we playing Wolves next? No, our next game is the Sunderland game in the Premier League, and I don't think it's being shown because it's 3 PM kickoff. So I probably won't be doing a. I don't think I'll be doing a watch along for that, unfortunately. But the Wolves game after on the Wednesday, so exactly a week from now, and we'll be doing a watch along for that. That will be coming out 7:35 on the 29th. That'll be the next watch along. And as I said, because I'm basically saving up for the last video, being the Tottenham game, there probably won't be any videos from now until like late October. Maybe there'll be something small, but not anything in depth like I've been doing. But thank you guys for hanging out as ever. It's been a very fun one. And yeah, we'll be back for that Wolves game in a week from now. Hope you guys have a good evening. I'm going to go rest my voice because I am very, very ill. And yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll see you